Hey guys, Mr. Short Hitter here. Just when I thought I was going to take a couple days off from filming, I released this video yesterday on how to draw the ball. I always worry when I release a video like that because it's easy for things to get confused. I spoke on the ball flight laws. There's different ways to get there. I don't want people to read the comments and then get even more confused. So I'm going to go through a few of the comments to explain something or to try to clear it up. And if you didn't see my video on the ball flight laws, that would be a very good one to look at. So I'm going to start from the bottom here. Getting ready for the Good Championship? No. So guys, I kind of glossed over that comment about the Good Championship. So I wanted to cut in here and say, I brought it up to Tom just yesterday that it would have been so cool if we were able to play in this Good Championship, the two-person scramble. It would have been awesome. We're not really moving the needle enough yet, but I think if we keep this channel going, next year or two, you guys spread the word, we may be able to get there. If we get to 20, 30,000 subscribers, I'd love to do it. And with you guys on my side, we'll eventually get there. Okay, set your feet to the right. Set your club face pointing to where you want the ball to end up. Take your swing path inside. Following your feet, swing normally. That's what I do anyways. Is that a way to get it done? Possibly. And that's the point. These things may work for a certain individual, but the key is that when he comes through impact, the club face has to be open for the ball to start right, and the path has to be right of that for the ball to curve back left. So that may work for him, but in my mind, when I think that if the club face is set up at the target, if my club face impacts at square, which is where he sets up where you want it to end up, then my ball is going to start at the target. And if my path is going right of that because of my feet, then the ball is going to start at the target and curve left. That's what would happen for me if I made a good swing. For him, it may work perfectly fine because everyone's different. You didn't demonstrate my stock shot, the pull hook. And for most people, what G Coffee 223 said would result in a pull hook. It would result in a ball that started at the target and curved left away from the target. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work for him. You have to find out what works for you. That's why I always suggest get a lesson, go to a PGA professional if you're having issues. But I can show you what the actual ball flight laws say. Okay, so Crisscross 292 says, so I would set up with the face of the club slightly open at address. Is that correct? And my reply to him was, I'm going to do another video on this. I think people have been confused by pros teaching that there is one method. I talk about path and face because that's what's important. There are multiple ways to get there. So I would set up with the face of the club slightly open at address. So I can set my face open to the target. Okay, so my face was open to the target. Perfect draw. And this is why I say it's definitely based on the individual, because another person could set the face open to the target. And you see how that ball started on the center line and curved away from the center line. Now that's what I would do if I just took a normal swing using G Coffee's method. I would start it at the target and then curve it back left. There's multiple ways to get there. If you have a tendency to slice the ball and start with the club face open and come across it and cut to the right, well, you might set the face open and then still cut it. So that's why it's hard to just say, oh, set the face open, set the face, because everyone is an individual. But what I can say is to hit a draw, your club face needs to be open at impact and your path needs to be right of that. So let's see another comment here. Steve Schwab says, club face square to the target and align the swing set up to the ball flight start path to produce a draw. I think it's Tiger's method. And my reply to that was where you align doesn't necessarily determine your path. I can align my body to the right and swing to the left. I mentioned alignment. Pros often give you a method that supposedly produces a result. It's more important to understand the ball flight rules because everyone doesn't react the same way. And I said, for instance, my friend aligns his body to the right and still swings left and hits a huge pull. Now, if you take an amateur that swings 10 degrees across it and say, oh, okay, just align your body to the right and align your face at the target. And he swings as normal. Well, that's a path left and a spin axis further left. And that's exactly what my friend does. He'll align his body to the right and he will still swing across his body. So it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that you have to figure out what strategy, what setup, what face angle produces the ball flight you want to produce. But what I can tell you is that to produce a draw, not a pull draw, not a pull hook, to produce a real draw, which is where the ball starts right of the target, curves back left, you need the face open to the target, and you need the path going further right than that. And matter of fact, in that video, I said it a few times because I want to get that point across. If you're zeroed out, you can get that face, okay, I'm just going to set the face a little open, get my stance a little closed, and swing. But if you're not zeroed out, you can hit a shot like that. Okay, so we started 0, spin axis 12, 12 right. So again, just because you have your body aligned to the right does not mean you're going to swing into out. Now I've got my body aligned right, face a little open, shoulders, stance right. Hit that ball really far. And so you see, for me, on that swing, my face was more open than I wanted it to be, but my path was into out because that ball did curve back left a little bit. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. The main thing to remember, there's different ways to get there, so I'm not saying anyone's method is wrong. Just remember, the face has to be open to the target at impact, and the path has to be moving further right than that. And there's different ways to get there. Having the face a little open at setup and get the path moving a little right by closing the stance could definitely work for you. But if you're a person that swings 8 degrees over the top, then you may have to consciously think about swinging out to right field like I showed in the previous video. If you didn't check out my video on the ball flight laws, click that video on the right because the ball flight laws are undefeated. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13. Need a partner way in, gotta hit more greens.